Testimony is now underway in Court TV's next live trial. This one also out of the state of Florida. Chad Absher is accused of fatally shooting his girlfriend Ashley Rucker and seriously injuring her sister Lisa in the attack. The defendant is claiming self-defense. Here is a look at the now deceased Ashley Rucker. Absher says that he only shot the two sisters because they attacked him. Her family says there was a long history of domestic abuse. Now, just 2 weeks after the shooting, the surviving victim, Lisa Rucker, spoke with First Coast News and described what happened.
He shot me, and then I heard her scream, and when I heard her scream, everything was black. I saw a light. It looked like it was like blue and white in the corner of my eye, and it felt like I was falling and drowning at the same time.
This is a trial a long time in the making. The double shooting happened 5 years ago on Halloween, and the trial has been pushed back 13 times. Opening statements began today. They were heard just a short time ago, and at least 2 witnesses have already been called. Court TV will begin airing this trial tomorrow. You do not want to miss it. Still with us, Nima Rahmani and Bruce Rosenberg. Gentlemen, first, let's talk about what we know about this case. First of all, the charges being faced by the defendant: first-degree murder, attempted first-degree murder, and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. We don't know what he's been convicted of in the past. The defense in this case: justifiable use of deadly force. Here's what else we know. Ashley Rucker is the sister who died as a result of the shot. Lisa Rucker was shot in the face, but we just saw her interviewed. She did survive. Add to that a couple of other disturbing, perhaps, facts that we know. This event happened, the shootings, in front of Lisa's children, and the defendant was the subject of a 2-day manhunt. George, let me ask you first, please. Bruce, I'm sorry, rather. What do you think of the fact that he was the subject of a 2-day manhunt taken in conjunction with his claim of self-defense?
I think they're diametrically opposed. I mean, let's face it, it's hard to say that you have a defense, stand your ground, or who's being attacked, whatever it may be, that he's going to claim. But on the other hand, he runs away and hides for 2 days. If he felt he was right from the beginning, he probably should have stayed and spoke up at the time.
And what do you think, Nima, the fact that we have another Florida case with self-defense being claimed by the defendant?
Yeah, I agree with Bruce. Generally, flight is consciousness of guilt. But Ashley, you're right. Florida, self-defense. I mean, that's one of those states where, going back to Trayvon Martin, we covered the popcorn movie theater trial together as a not guilty on self-defense. And there's countless other cases. I mean, jurors in Florida love those self-defense arguments. I mean, in this particular case, you have, and the reality is you have a man who's claiming self-defense against 2 women in front of his kids, and he took off. I think it's a strong case for the prosecution, but you never know what 12 jurors are going to do.
And you were just talking about what we were talking about on one of our breaks, and that is the other cases, Curtis Reeves' self-defense claim in the state of Florida. And let's talk, Bruce, if we could please, about how the composition of the jury affects self-defense claims, especially in Florida. When we see their successful self-defense claims, what kind of jurors might you think would be useful in winning a self-defense claim in this particular case?
Well, I think that the jury pool, obviously you want people who will agree with your perspective as far as the right to bear arms and the right to use those arms when a perceived threat is involved. So I would speculate that they want to pick a jury mostly men. I think that unless there's a real emotional point to bring up, especially given the fact that it's in front of children, that anybody on the jury would be affected by that. I look forward to hearing the explanation of how he was defending himself in front of 2 children and needed to use deadly force to fight off two women who were attacking him without weapons. But I guess that has yet to be seen.
Right, and will he testify or not? I would assume so, but we don't know for sure. That airs tomorrow. I have to say goodbye now to my guests, Nima Rahmani, Bruce Rosenberg. Thank you for your time and expertise. Welcoming Michael Ayala.